Y'all see how she was just laughing? It's Marina again. We're back. So it's Marina Blackford. I have some good news coming soon. I can't share it yet, so you're gonna have to stay tuned. Welcome back, Marina.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I know. I'm always excited when you come back. So we have beads. You guys know I do beads. You're gonna see us beading throughout this episode.
This is my request.
I know, but I think it's great.
Teach me, teacher.
What if I turn her into a beater? She's like, no, not yet, not yet. So on today's episode, Marina is going to introduce what we're going to be discussing. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, Marina?
What it's like to be a survivor.
Life.
Yeah.
Life is surviving.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And so we were just talking about this off camera.
Yeah.
And we're going to get real.
Let's go.
Okay. I was telling Tamara about starting my YouTube channel. And when I started it, I had this vision of this tagline. And it went like this. Beyond surviving cancer, thriving on life.
That's deep. Beyond surviving cancer.
Thriving
on life.
Yes.
Okay.
And so hear me out. So those that don't know, I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor. Our friend here is a stage 4 thriver. And I thought own it. Own
Heavy.
it. When I started my YouTube channel to provide chemo tips, which you can find by just looking up my name, Marina Blackford, or 12 things I wish I knew before starting chemo. Before that video, which is like my viral video, I just started out with this chemo hacks video, and I needed this like tagline, and I was just kept having these thoughts come to me, like if I had cancer and I was looking for information and hope, how would I want that to be delivered? And I just kept coming up with that saying, kind of beyond surviving, because at that time I was I survived breast cancer once.
Right.
Triple negative. And I just thought it was important to feel like you're not just a cancer patient, or you're not just surviving. You will have days like that where that's like your minimum requirement, is to just like wake up.
Just to get up and get out of the bed.
And just to get out of bed.
Definitely.
And to start your day however it looks, whether you're in treatment, you're raising a family, you're going to work, whatever you're doing. But I just kept thinking, I wanted people to have hope beyond their circumstance, because I do believe that cancer is telling us something, and that's like another episode.
Or 3 or 7.
It's telling us something, but without going too deep, I just wanted people to feel connected, that they have control beyond their circumstance. Yes, you're a cancer patient. Yes, you could be a cancer survivor, but I wanted people to feel like they weren't just surviving, they were living.
Right.
Because again, minimum requirement, surviving, but like anybody could do that. And I don't want you to just do that. I want you to think of, when you're on your cancer journey, or after, whatever you want to call it, I want you to think of, if I didn't have cancer, what would be the thing that I want to do before I die? Like, I'll go that deep into it. And if you aren't doing that thing, what's stopping you? And so that's why providing the tips to get through chemo, and then I had my second diagnosis, so
right.
You guys can watch me kind of vlog that journey, going through chemo, and then radiation, then lumpectomy, after double mastectomy, all of that. But once I have all the tips to get through that, the question really became for me, and I really believe it's a question for a lot of us, is what am I doing to live out what feels like my purpose?
Yeah, and see, I think that's the key word there, is purpose.
Yeah.
Because do most people even know what their purpose is before cancer?
Mm-hmm.
How many people are living every day and don't even know their purpose?
Yeah.
Cancer is, to me, the next level.
Yeah.
I was struggling to know what my purpose was before I even got cancer, right? Now that I can't even say I've had cancer. I have cancer, right? I'm getting up every
no
day.
evidence, though.
Well, no evidence of cancer right now,
Yeah.
right?
No.
So when the people say you're stage 4, right? They're saying that cancer is in your body somewhere.
Yeah.
My God,
Sure.
my God says the cancer's sleeping.
Yeah.
My God says get up and do his work every day.
That's it.
Right? So to me, that's my purpose. My purpose is living for God and doing his work every day.
Yeah.
But how many people get up every day and don't know their purpose?
Yeah.
So hearing the things that you're saying go beyond that.
Yes.
Right?
And that was part of my story. That's part of your story, because that's why we're doing a little bit of what we're doing today.
Right.
I asked tomorrow, will you please teach me how to bead, because I want to see this, I want to witness it.
Right.
How we do this.
Yeah.
And so it could just look like beads, right? But this is more than beads. This is something that someone holds in their hands when they are gifted this during treatment. And it changes, for people. Like it's a message. And for me, my message, became clear to start a YouTube channel. But even before I started my YouTube channel, I got through that first diagnosis so well because I was a runner and I qualified for Boston.
Right.
And then the next week I had the biopsy that came back, positive. And so for me, at that time, making it to Boston was my goal. It was just this thing that I set out to do, and I was like going to complete it no matter what. The second journey, I had 2 young kids.
Right.
I had a baby and a 2-year-old, and they became my new purpose.
I was going to say, do you think that was your purpose? Do you think Boston was your purpose?
Yes, I think your
Did they
purpose
change?
could always be changing. And I think even having cancer could change that for us, right? And so, yeah, I just think it's just, I'm just always trying to spark. And that's, again, how I was telling you, with being Beyond Cancer Coach is what I've given myself a title for helping people, but it's because I'm trying to spark people to live out that.
Yeah, what their purpose is.
Yeah.
That's why I love about you. What I love about you, Marina, is your whole brand of Beyond Cancer Coaching, right? Or Beyond Cancer Coach, or the Beyond Cancer Coach, right? Is because it is that. Go beyond anything that you do.
Yeah.
Right? It is beyond cancer. It is beyond living.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It is beyond your purpose. Having purpose, and then go beyond that. And that's what I think I'm trying to do. I am doing. There's some of you that are going to catch that. Some of my close friends.
Yeah.
Because you're one of those people
Yeah.
that always catch me and say,
Doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm not trying. Right? But go beyond that. And so that's what I love about you in saying beyond. And we are doing that. I started to do it again and say try. We are doing that. We're changing the mindset of the cancer patient, the cancer survivor, and we're going to continue to do that. Right?
Yes. And that's a lot. When you've been diagnosed, I think it throws your world into such a tailspin that it's hard to even imagine the point to where we've gotten, Yeah, what do you think?
Some days
Yeah.
I get lost in my thoughts. Some days I can't even put them together because do you ever feel like, why do I get up? I mean, you have kids. Okay, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, because you have kids.
Yeah.
I mean, we both have husbands.
Sure.
Right? So
Yeah.
we're grateful for that.
Yeah.
But
support.
do you ever say, why do I get up? You have your Beyond Cancer Coach. I have Cancer Called.
Yeah.
But let's elaborate on that. What is your reason beyond the kids? I mean, you have kids.
we're beating right now, and this
Yeah.
is like so beautiful. And when you ask that question, I just put this little cross on here, so maybe it's signifying something. But I think sometimes we're trying to put it too external. Also, by the way, running a race is great, and I'm excited because I've been able to run races for charities too, so that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Starting a nonprofit is wonderful, but what you're asking is like, how do we still feel like we're worthy of being here? I think here's the only thing that comes to mind for me, and
I'm about to go deep.
I think it has to be. Oh man, there was a good one. I don't know if I gotta show you this. James Vanderbeek just recorded something on this. Dawson's Creek guy, because he has, I think, stage 4, like colorectal cancer maybe. And he said this so well too. Exactly this. So he said, I used to measure myself off being an actor, and that was okay for a while, but actually never hugely fulfilling until I got married. And then I was really happy to be a husband. And then we had kids, and then I was like, this is it. This is my purpose. Then I had cancer, and then I could no longer, be helping out around the house as a husband. And I was so sick I couldn't even play with my kids some days, so I wasn't being the father that I wanted to be. And so now he's, somewhere because he had to be close to a treatment center to get treatment. He's like, so now I'm in an apartment without my wife, my kids, being an actor. So who am I? And he said, I finally came to the conclusion that I am worthy of love because I was made from love. And I think that is like the deepest of deep, but it is, you know who you are because you know whose you are. You're a child of God. You're a child of who you were put on this planet for. I mean, that's because if you literally strip away all the things that we label ourselves as our job, as, again, a partner or a parental figure or a child or, taking care of an aging parent, when you remove all of that, what is it all? And it's just you're a beacon of love in who you touch every day.
I'm not gonna be getting all this deep with you today.
It's so I'm so glad to convey his message through us talking about it today.
And he said that recently.
He said that recently.
I didn't even realize that it's cancer, you said.
Cancer.
I didn't realize. I saw something on Facebook.
And what a great way to define it. And you know what? He even started out with the one thing we all know him for, right?
Yeah.
Being an actor. And he's like, honestly, that was never hugely fulfilling. What was more fulfilling was being a husband. Then what was more fulfilling was being a father. And then when I had cancer, all that was taken from me. So who am I? I am love.
Deep.
So.
That's why I keep bringing her on the show. This is why.
Because sometimes everybody is looking for external things. We want us to help you with beating, and paying it forward. I would love to inspire you all that you can get through chemo and run a race someday if you want to, because I've done it, and I've done it over and over.
Yep. And you keep doing it.
Over and over. And so, there are these things you can work towards that can feel really fulfilling. But in the end, if you don't just accept yourself for who you are and where you are, you're going to always feel like you have to work for it. And you don't have to work for it. You don't have to work for being here. You don't have to work for love.
You really don't. And after hearing you say that, sometimes I just feel like you just have to be.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to be.
Mm-hmm. We're human beings, not human doings.
I said I was going to do this with you today. Why can't we just be?
This is
Sometimes
great.
we just have to be.
I have to be honest though, this is so therapeutic, which I knew it would be.
And this is why we call it art therapy.
It is art therapy. Art is one of the proven methods of literally helping change the brain, especially in children. So it's really important to do it with children.
Yeah, we do this with children. We do it with seniors.
Yeah.
I actually thought about doing it with veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it would be good for veterans.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I might just expand on that.
Yeah.
Maybe for veterans.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Now see, you thought maybe you weren't going to be doing it.
No.
And now you might just become one of my beaters.
Good. It's so
right?
good. Oh, my daughter would be like your best beater.
Yeah. You see?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's very relaxing.
Yes.
As well.
This is relaxing.
I never thought that I would be doing something like this, and I started it just to help Mama Lucy. Shout out to Mama Lucy, the very first person that gave me my prayer cloth when I was sick with the cancer the first time.
Yes.
And I wanted to help her because she was making so many prayer cloths, and I said, I can't crochet worth a darn. So
I've tried.
I'll try
knitting
beading.
class. Let's do it.
And I'm hooked.
Yep.
I think I'm addicted
Yep.
to it, to be honest.
It's so beautiful.
And now I have some ladies that are helping me bead, and we hope to get beaders doing this worldwide.
It's so good. You're getting people involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's helping people in different
I
ways.
was telling you, and I'll say it again, but you're giving people purpose.
We're doing it.
Yeah. Because again, I think
it's love.
It's love. All of it's an act of love. It starts with love. It passes on love. And, even though, again, it's a physical object, or again, we're trying to attain that thing in life, it's just a reminder, though, of, like, being connected and creating and, like, in holding these beads reminds me that, like, I can hold these and pause and, like, and just ask for exactly what I need,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why we do what we do. And to your point, I think some people think that when we give out the beads and we give out the prayer cloths, it's just beads, just cloth. But to Marina's point earlier, it is a symbol, but it's also a movement. It's a movement to change the mindset, right, of the cancer survivor, or if they want to call themselves a patient, right? It's to change the mindset. It's to bring hope. It's to bring a smile, right? It's to bring a little bit of joy. And it's to give them that spark that they need to continue to keep the fight alive in them. And it's also to bring them into our community, right? And that community is to go to our website at cancercall.com and to look for those resources where you'll find resources like Marina and people like Marina that will help drive you to what you need to help get you through whatever journey you're going through, because we all have a different journey, right? It doesn't look the same. So it could be, an Amazon list that tells you about, what can help you with your hair. Or what's good for your skin.
Yeah.
Or check for a lump. We have that on, cancercall.com where you can go and get free mammograms to look for
it's
if
empowering.
there's a tumor. Yeah,
Trying to take people out of that surviving cancer patient. We're trying to just move you from there to feeling like you have some control.
Right.
Beyond.
There it is.
Yeah.
You beat me to it. That's because she's a chemo sister.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I love this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
We're beating. We're talking about going beyond.
Yeah.
We're talking about surviving. We're talking about being sisters.
Yep.
I love
You
it.
just don't know where it'll take you. I would say just be open. Just be open to all the things that start to come your way. You just don't know where it'll take you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about when you come back next time?
We can talk about my next race I'm doing.
And what is that next race?
I'm excited to announce that I was accepted for team and training to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Nice.
To run the Disney World Marathon.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Guess who's never running a marathon? Me. But do you all remember what I promised Marina? Do you remember what I promised you?
Yeah.
What was it?
You're going to do a 5K.
She remembered.
Walk a 5K.
She remembered.
I love that. I love it so much.
My girlfriends are holding me to that, Marina.
Yes.
They are. They brought it up.
We're going to do it together.
Just a
We
week
should do
ago.
Check for Alums 5K, right? In October this year.
Is that the one I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I already got one.
We might as well.
I just knew it was going to be in October.
Yep. October 5K. It's the pink out for Check for a Lump.
Okay. Do I have to wear pink? I'm tired
At
of
least
pink.
like a headband or just a spritz.
Says a breast cancer survivor. Okay, I'll wear pink.
I don't have a lot of pink either, but yes, just a little pop.
They about pinked me out.
Mm-hmm.
You know red's my favorite color though, right?
Clearly.
It's been fun. As always.
good.
Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
You know I love you to death.
Congratulations.
I just love you to death.
This is great.
You want to do it again?
Let's do it again.
Okay. I can't wait to see you guys next time. As always, you got to check us out on my social media.
Yes.
Always at Cancer Called.
Beautiful new website.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you check it out though. Cancercalled.com.
It's
always
called
on.
You to watch this today. So your next step, go to the website, subscribe.
If you don't listen to me, listen to her.
It's called You Here. If you clicked on this video today, you needed to hear whatever we had to say.
So do it. You're already on YouTube. Do it. Cancercalled.com. Instagram, Facebook. Did I miss one? TikTok.
Yep.
See you guys next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.